Hello everyone, May is Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome Awareness Month, and this month I am trying to make as much awareness as I can about this condition because I live my life with this condition. In this video I am going to talk about my PEG. Some of you may or may not know that I have a PEG, and the reason I have a PEG is because the Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome has caused so many stomach complications. I have something called gut dysmotility and chronic gastritis. These cause various problems including prolonged vomiting, weight loss, stomach not emptying correctly, and the list goes on. So that's the main reason I got the PEG for. Initially I started off with an NG tube, and that wasn't a very pleasant experience at all, but it did help me put weight on. But as things progressed, we decided that it would be much easier to get a PEG. So PEG stands for precutaneous endoscopic gastrostomy, so you can see why it's changed to shortened rather to PEG, because it's much easier to say. So I've had the PEG for a little over a year now, and it's been amazing. It's helped us maintain my weight, make sure that I get all my medications daily, get bolus feeds daily. Initially I did start with pump feed, and that was overnight for 12 hours, but thank God that I've kept the weight on enough just to keep on bolus feeds. And a bolus feed is done 3 times a day, and it's 40 sip. It's a little bottle like this, and you just tip it into down the tube and into the PEG. So that's how I feed, and also the medications go in the same way as well. And it's really been a help. So I'm so grateful that we got something like this, because I think I would have still been underweight and very thin and just not very well. I wasn't very well, and it wasn't a fun time. I spent almost 3 months in hospital, and it was over Christmas, and it wasn't a very nice time. But I'm so thankful that we finally found out what was wrong with the stomach, although it's a nasty condition to live with, as well as the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. But I get on with it, and that's how things are. So this is what the PEG looks like. It's just a small low profile button. I did initially have a long dangly PEG when I first got it put in, but I got it changed to a low profile button, so it's much better, and nobody really knows that you have it, and it's much smaller and hid away. So when you're going to feed, you open it up like this, or when you're going to give medications, you open it up like this, and so I'm just going to shut it for now, and right. So when you're going to feed, you take this connector like this, and you slot it into where the opening is, and then when you're going to feed, you attach the syringe like so. This is one of the bigger syringes. It's a 60ml syringe, and this is where we put the feed and the medications through. First off, you are going to want to take the purple pushy thing out and attach it to this. Imagine this is in the PEG now, and you're ready to feed, or you're ready to give medications. That is how it would look. So now I'm going to show you simply how to flush the PEG, because I've already had medications and already had a feed, so I'm not going to go over that again in this video. So I'm just going to lift my top up to expose the PEG. Always sanitize your hands before doing so, so just simple hand sanitizer, it's always good. Obviously when I am doing feed or meds, my mum is there, and she's helping do that. She's amazing with helping with everything I require with this PEG, but I have learnt obviously the basics of it, because I live with this PEG, and I know how to flush it, and I do know how to give a feed. Obviously my mum deals with all the medications, because I am on that many. I just couldn't cope with knowing how to do all of that quite yet, although I am 20 and I probably should be. but I've got a lot of other stuff going on and I rely on my mum with a lot of help with this. But so I'm going to open the peg up. Now I have sanitised my hands, and you're going to lock the connector in place, and that's it, locked in place. So now I'm going to take this syringe and I am going to attach it, and making sure that the peg is clamped at all times. Well, the connector to the peg is clamped at all times. It's important. So you're going to take some sterile water, and I am just going to give a 20 ml flush. There is two ways of flushing a peg. You can either do a push or you can do it gravity, and I'm doing it with gravity, but I will show you how to do a push as well. So I'm just going to measure 20. It's just a little over 20. It's 30, but that's what it will look like. And now I'm going to unclamp, and this will go in. And if it's not moving, just a little simple push with your hand, like so, and now it is flowing. People do ask if you can feel it, and you can't really feel it. It depends how cold the water is, or how cold the medication is, or how cold the feed is. Sometimes you will feel a little cold sensation, but not as much as an NG tube. So that is it gone, and you just clamp it again. And I'm just going to unscrew this. Always, in case there's a little bit of water left, always have just a little face towel or face cloth, or what do you want to call it. So that's that there, and I'm just going to, yep, that is clamped. I'm just going to put the protector on the top of this. And this is what you would measure the medications out in and pour the medications into the peg. So now I am going to show you how to do a push. So I'm just going to measure a little bit of the sterile water into this measuring thing. And I'm going to take a smaller syringe now, although you can use the 60. This is one of the smaller syringes, like so. I'm just going to so that's ready to be flushed. I'm just going to do this, and I'm just going to attach it like so, and I'm going to unclamp it now, and I am just going to do a simple push. Avoid pushing too quick or you will feel quite sick. Meds can be also given like this. And I think some people do feed like this, but gravity is better for me personally when I feed. So I'm just gonna detach the syringe, recover this, and unlock the connector from the peg. It can be a bit fiddly, especially the way my hands are. Sorry about this. So that is it unconnected, and I am just gonna close the peg, and like so nobody would know that I have a peg, so I'm so lucky in that way. But I do want to, this is important that I've made this video so people do know that I have a peg and how a peg has helped me and how it's used. I do hope this video has helped people. If anybody does have questions about the peg, please do leave them and I will get back to you and answer them. Thank you for watching this video. Hope it has been informative, and please share this video to make awareness of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and its stomach problems. Thank you for watching. Bye.